Let's go through Liquid 2918 minimal equal sum of two array after replacing zeros. For this question, it give us two integer array nums1 and nums2. Both of the uh, array have the number greater equal to zero. So they may have some zeros and also positive numbers in the array. And we can replace those kind of zero to any positive number. Um, so trying to see whether it is possible that we can make the two array to have an equal sum, and we want to return if they want to equal, right? We want to get the sum to be as minimal as we can. So, for example, this nums1 and nums2, that is 32010, right? So we can set this 0 to be 2 or set this one to be 4. And because we need to replace all of the zeros to some positive number, right? So we have to put this one as 1. So if this put 1, that the sum will be 12. And also nums1 has some 12, so the minimal is 12. So for this question, what we're thinking about is that uh, because for every array, right? It has zero count and also the sum, right? So for the zero count, it means at least if this kind of zero, those kind of zero has need to change it to at least one, right? So that means after replacing the zeros to ones, the minimal sum of this array will be the count of zeros plus the current sum, right? So um, so we can compare the two arrays zero counts plus the sum, right? And if, for example, the array one has zero counts plus sum is greater than zero twos, the array two's zero counts plus sum two, right? Then what we need is we just need to return this, right? But there is some kind of cases, and if that is in the prerequisite that sum two has at least one zeros, right? So if there is no zero, this number is getting bigger, right? We don't have any number in number two to get it to equal to the value of the sum of the number one, right? So we'll return minus one. So vice versa. So if zero two plus sum two is greater than zero one, count of zero one plus the sum of zero one. If there is no zeros, right, on nums one, we'll also return minus one. Otherwise, we just return count of zero two plus the sum of zero two. Because the number, you see, it has the range 10 to the power 5, and the number can be 10 to the power 6. So we use the long for the sum, right? For counts, we can use integer. So let's write code. To get it simple, right? We will have the all of the variables to be long. We'll have zero counts one equals zero, and the sum one equals zero. Zero counts two equals zero, and sum two equals zero, right? So what it is for every number in nums one, I'm going to have sum one should plus equal to v, right? And also zero counts one should plus equal to if v equals to zero, right? Should be one, otherwise it should be zero. So the same thing with for int v in nums two. Um, sum 2 should plus equal to V, and 0, 2 should plus equal to V equals 0, should be 1, right? Otherwise, just to be 0. So let's see if for every subarray, right? If S2, for example, S1 plus V1 is greater than S2 plus V2, right? Zero count, right? Zero count 2. Uh, and zero count 2 equals 0, right? That means in any case, we cannot get a number in array 2, right? So in this case, we tell return -1, right? We can, of course, because the array 2 is 0, we can just write it like this. Or let's say if S2 plus 0, 2 is greater than S1 and 0 count 1 equals to 0. In this case, just return -1, right? Otherwise, we just return max.max S1 plus Z1 and S2 plus Z2. And then Python code will be very similar. Python code, so we need let's say the count 1 and S sum 1 was their count 2, some sum 2 was there, right? So for the in num1, we're going to have S1 should plus equal to V, and Z1 plus equal to 1 if V equals 0 else 0, right? So we'll also have for V in nums2, have S2 should plus equal to V, and Z2 should plus equal to 1 if V equals 0 else 0, right? So in that, we just need to compare if um, S1 plus Z1 is greater than S2, and the count 2 equals to 0, right? Or say, oh, S2 plus Z2 is greater than S1 and Z1 equals 0, right? For these two cases, in any, we are not able to get the two array sum to be equal, right? So just return -1. Otherwise, we just return max S1 plus Z1 and S2 plus Z2, right? The time complexity will be O n plus m, right? The two lengths.